Hello everybody, welcome back to the Brothers Take podcast. I am Chris and I am joined once again by my brothers Adam.
Hello.
And Eric.
Hello.
And we are physically back in the room for our end of year special, wrapping up 2022. So much like last year's wrap-up episode, we're going to be looking back on the highlights of the year, talking about our favourite games, movies, TV shows, whatever the big highlights of the year were. And as always, we'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, you'll notice this is a very different layout to what we normally do because we wanted to give it a more of a festive feeling. Some of us got the memo. Some of us did not. What are you wearing, Eric? Tell us what you're wearing.
I'm wearing the latest fashion from what's a big world global
I don't know,
clothes
but you have to describe that for, of course, the audio listeners.
Yes.
You might hear a slight difference because, it might sound a little bit different because we are actually in person for this one.
Well, Adam and Chris, they got the memo. They're wearing PlayStation-themed Christmas jumpers.
Hey.
And I was a moron. Decided to wear plain black.
You're individual. Good for you. So, if you guys are watching YouTube, we'd love you to join in on the conversation. Jump down in the comments at any point to share your own personal picks for your highlights of the year, whether it's your favorite game of 2022, your favorite movie, your favorite TV show, your favorite album, whatever it was, favorite concert. Let us know all your big highlights or give us your thoughts on the ones that we shout out. And if you enjoyed this, why not give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell for all future content. And to those of you who are listening to us on audio platforms, you can still, of course, touch bases on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Brothers Take, again, to give your take on everything we bring up here today. But without further ado, let's wrap up 2022! Oh. That was a callback to our first episode of 2022. Where we said, without further ado, let's kick off 2022.
Holy shit. I don't know what you're going to do next year.
Welcome thee to 2023.
That is fantastic. Someone take note of that. Well, another cool thing.
Write it down.
I went back and listened to our first episode of the year. And one of the interesting things in it, are you actually writing it down?
I'm writing it down, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are the...
It's going right in the diary. Up on the fridge for everyone to see.
One of the interesting things about it was when we were catching up, what's everyone doing over the holidays?
Yeah.
You at the time had actually started your James Bond ranking.
Did I?
And in that first episode, we said, at some point we should do that. So we did that this year.
We did?
That took me a year. How long
No.
did it take you?
It just took me a long time to get around to it. You were actually well into it. You were actually on the Dalton era.
Really?
At the start of this year, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it took me a while to get around to actually doing it, but we finished that. We brought closure to that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't know if we brought closure to everything
episode.
that we did over that time, but it was a great episode. Check it out. You haven't seen it. It's great. But okay, before we jump into our favorites of the year and looking back on the year, I suppose because this is our last episode for 2022, last official episode, is there any final topics of 2022 either of you would like to discuss before we jump into the favorites?
Did my tax returns.
Yeah. How was that?
That took actually a lot longer than I thought. That took a few days to do that. It was actually really complicated.
It's taken a lot longer out of this conversation than I thought it was going to. Any final topics, Eric?
Henry Cavill.
Okay,
it is big in the news at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
We all wanted him to return to Superman.
Plus, we brought it up on the podcast when he left Geralt. We were like, we're delighted he's back as Superman. So we did talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then now he's not Superman.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he worked really hard. He went to every audition to play Geralt because he was a big fan of it.
Yes.
And he got to play The Witcher. And then he had to... And then either they got rid of him or he left. One or the other. I don't really know. And then he got brought back as Superman. And everyone was like, yay, because we all wanted him back as Superman because he's awesome. He made one cameo. And I was like, all right, bye now. You're done.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But
because I would have loved to have seen Man of Steel 2, basically. You know what? Part of it is that do you know, like, the Batman and Joker are now existing in their own, like, pocket universes? I'm like, can't you do what you're doing, but also give Henry Cavill a Man of Steel 2, and who cares if it connects to anything else? And just, I'd love to have seen that, and then still go ahead with your whatever this new 10-year plan is going to be, which, you know, being built from the ground up could be a good thing. I'm not saying it's not going to be a good thing, but I also do wonder. It's like, are you going to be as strict then with, like, your own characters? So, like, Mr. Gunn, is the Suicide Squad still part of your DC universe? Because if it is, that's not nice.
No, not playing nice.
You gotta let them go too. If you're gonna pen it all, you gotta.
This is their third attempt, really, at trying to do a
Trying to reboot it.
a universe. I think, and I would say the best comic book movies are DC related.
Yeah.
But as a, like, kind of a continuity, they suck balls.
Yes.
They're really bad.
Yeah.
They should not do that and just focus on individual stories. Eventually, it might. Don't try force it. Don't try force a connected universe. It might happen eventually.
Yeah, because I mean,
Kind of like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Yes.
That was never intended to be a connected universe.
No. And
neither was The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or Fantastic Four. Or Blade.
All it takes is to buy another studio.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. Yeah. Well, I suppose on a more positive side then of the Henry Cavill thing, is it going to be a TV show or a movie?
It's a
Series.
Amazon,
Series.
which is very good at making shows, whether you like them all or not.
In terms of quality.
Quality, they're all pretty high standard.
Yes,
So, and he's starring in it, and he's the executive producer.
And what is it? Because we haven't said that.
Well, find out in the next
find out.
episode. That'll be the Warhammer 40k
I mean,
series.
the Warhammer, like, there's so much lore there. It should be live action, really. Like, there's so much you could do with it.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be possible up until probably now.
Yeah.
Just
Could you imagine
with
if
the
they
technology
tried-
and everything?
Yeah. I mean, we just came out of Avatar.
Yeah, we saw Avatar last night. We might bring it up later. But yeah.
And I think we all agreed that the CGI was just incredible.
Outstanding.
So the technology is there to be able to do a 40k. And you wouldn't be able to do that fully practical. It just wouldn't work.
There's too much to it.
It makes sense to do it as a show, lore-wise.
Yeah.
Part of me always wanted a big movie trilogy, though. Like a big...
How about
cinema
series
experience.
and then a movie, like Star Trek, you know?
Oh, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, that could be interesting. But that's really cool news, especially for all gamers and nerds and fans of Henry Cavill.
It is weird how, like, huge Warhammer is, but also niche at the same time.
Yeah, it's hugely niche.
Like,
We're
everyone's
nichely huge.
everyone seems to be into it, but no one wants to admit that they're into it.
Yeah, but he, in fairness to him, he championed it on Graham Norton.
He did.
Didn't he? And he was
talked
talking
about it.
all about it. And
I think Tom Holland was very interesting. I think he was thinking about getting into it.
well, he was just hoping that he could, like, you know, because as well the conversation went to, like, talking about James Bond.
Oh, yeah. Tom is
And-
just like,
and Tom,
yo,
like,
you should totally do it
Tom,
so
like,
I can
sat
do
up
Bond.
as well. Yeah. Tom sat up and was just like, yeah, what have you heard about that? And I was like, well, you sit down, shut up.
Yeah.
But clearly too
well,
young.
kid.
I think during interviews for The Witcher, Henry Cavill and your man who plays Jaskier, they were talking about Warhammer as well, because Jaskier collects Necrons. And I think they were doing matches as well during it.
Well, I suppose look, it sucks that Henry Cavill won't be playing Superman anymore. But it's awesome that he will be involved with Warhammer 40k in a live action capacity. God of War has also been greenlit with Amazon
Yeah.
as a show.
That's really strange.
yeah.
Like, you'd wonder, like, Sony, is Columbia Pictures is still a thing, right?
I think so.
Why aren't they making their own stuff?
I don't know. They're a bit like Konami, I guess.
Yeah. Or early days Marvel Studios.
Yeah. Where
This
you just
might-
like
they
license it out to people.
They might regret this.
They might. They very well might. Adam, did you have any topics
Well, just to
you wanted to bring up?
continue on the Cavill thing.
Yeah.
Once that was announced that he wasn't coming back as Superman, I've seen a lot of people online wishing that he becomes Bond now. So what are your thoughts on
sure.
him becoming the next Bond?
I think he's a really safe bet. Like, if he, what I mean by that is, if he was cast as Bond, there would be no worries. No one would be worried about that. I think he's You would be worried about that? No, what I mean is he has the acting chops and the looks. He could play Bond.
Yeah.
The worry would be he's too old to start it. And I don't think the producers are going to pick him.
No, I don't think they're going to pick him either, but I don't know if he's too old, because he could do like 3 movies. You know?
I know, but I think they like to get to 4 or 5. You know, they're hoping to get along, and as well, it's taking them longer to make these movies now than it used to.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're thinking, right, we need an actor who could do this for 10 to 15 years. So
I
that's probably
wouldn't.
what
I really like Henry, and I think the Warhammer 40k is like the perfect project for him.
Sure.
Like, I'm just like, he should be the Emperor. You know, he's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want him to be Bond.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think he would be a. I think he would. The closest Bond that he could probably be like would be a George Lazenby.
Yeah.
Or
like
not
a modern version
maybe
of it,
a little bit Roger Moore. I
Yeah.
don't think he has. I think Bond. I like the trajectory of Bond since Dalton, which is the harder edge
Grittier.
killer.
Yeah.
And
Don't they have a
all I'll
thing
see.
nowadays though, where they're trying to go for actors that when you're looking at them, you don't go, well, there's Superman. Or
well, they have to
there's-
commit. Yeah, they have to commit to the Bond thing, don't they? Is the idea is that you. And that's the way a lot of film has gone now. It's like once you've signed up to a role, it's like you're no longer remove your identity. You know, you might as well not go for anything else. You are
Yes, you are this character.
You're now Star
We
Lord.
want to see you as this character. Yeah. There is an element to that. Absolutely. I think there's some interesting names after being put out there. Aaron Taylor Johnson is someone I would have never
No,
picked.
thank you.
However, if it's something that came from the producers, that didn't come from it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
he then has a strong chance, because as well, when Daniel Craig was first mentioned, everyone said no fucking way, and the producers was like, you haven't seen what we've seen though. So there's something there.
Sure,
I would never have thought of him.
No, I would never have thought of him either.
Maybe he's done some sort of meetings with them and it's been like impressive. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean with Craig, I think it's because he never really had a huge role for anyone to really like. What people didn't like about Craig, I guess, was that he was blonde.
Yeah,
Which is it had nothing to do with which Aaron is it Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's his name.
Yeah.
I always think he looks well
Mhm.
on screen. He has good presence. But I've never liked his performances in anything I've seen him in.
Have you seen Nocturnal Animals?
Yes.
Is that what it's called? I thought he was fantastic in that.
He was okay. He was fine.
Oh, I hated him. But in like a good, like he was so good
Yeah,
at
he
it.
was
But
a
it's
good
like, oh God, if I ever met him. And I think he's doing more films like that we probably haven't
Well,
seen.
he's
Like,
in-
much like, you know, Robert Pattinson doing like those kind of smaller indie art house kind of films and things.
He was also in Outlaw King with Chris Pine, where he played like a real psycho Scottish killing.
Was he good enough?
Yeah, not bad. It's pretty intense, to
That'd
be
be
honest.
cool if they brought back the Scottish accent.
That's why I quite like the idea of Richard Madden. I think he looks the part and he is Scottish. And
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was Welsh.
Oh, is he Welsh? I'm sorry if you're Welsh and I got you wrong. I thought he was Scottish.
I don't know.
I thought I heard him in interviews with but anyway, I think he's a good pick as well. But I think he looks the part and he looks dangerous. Like, I wouldn't mess with him. You don't think so? No, you don't think
really.
Richard Madden looks dangerous?
No, not really.
I mean, if he came at me with a gun or a knife or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
But I guess anyone looks dangerous.
Yeah.
Fucking Warwick Davis looks dangerous. Coming at you with a knife. You know?
What about Warwick Davis as James Bond?
Why not?
I mean-
Why not?
That would, people would go see it. 'Cause
They'd be like, well, I fucking have to see that.
Have you seen Willow?
No.
No.
Have
Well,
you?
I can't.
No,
I don't
haven't
Disney
watched any
Plus,
of it.
so.
No.
I
I
just
don't know
not
about jumping
interested.
into it. No, I'm
I'm
not
not
interested
interested.
either. I quite liked the old film, but not enough to be like I want a never-ending story.
I like,
come
what I
back,
liked
not
about
a
Willow
Willow come
was
back.
that it was as close to Lord of the Rings without being Lord of the Rings, and then Lord of the Rings came out, and it's
totally
like,
replaced
well,
Willow.
I don't need Willow in my
anymore.
life.
Yeah. Willow was just like a placeholder.
Yeah.
There was one topic I wanted to bring up before we get into our favorites and start wrapping up 2022. And speaking of wrapping up, it was actually a picture that was put out by Bluepoint Games.
Oh yeah.
Happy holidays, right? For the week that's in it, here's my fucking nuts prediction.
Okay.
I'm gonna make one final prediction of 2022. It's gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. So they have the picture says Happy Holidays, and they have like a couple of opened presents and weapons beside each present to signify games that they worked on, which was God of War Ragnarok, Shadow of the Colossus, and Demon Souls remake.
Yeah.
And there's one cardboard box left wrapped, right? And I was like, oh, we probably won't hear anything about that till New Year. But then I was like, no, wait. It's a Christmas post. And it's a present under the tree. And you open your present on Christmas Day. I think on Twitter, on Christmas Day, keep an eye, Bluepoint will reveal that they are remaking Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 5 exclusive coming out next year for the 25th anniversary of the game. That's my final prediction of 2022. We'll find out very soon if I'm wrong.
I would love that so much, but it's probably Soul Reaver.
Okay.
Probably a remake
Soul
of Soul
Reaver?
Reaver or some shit like that.
Legacy of Kain kind of stuff, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
You don't think it could be Metal Gear Solid?
At this point, like every year, it could have been Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
Every time there's something.
Yeah.
I just wonder what Konami's relationship is.
Yeah, I get you.
With them.
Well, I have the perfect tweet lined up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is how they're going to do it. The present is now open. There's like little head with bandana sticking out of it or something like that. Or there's just an exclamation mark over the box.
Yeah.
And then the tweet just says, kept you waiting, huh?
Perfect.
It's just coming 2023, which is the 25th anniversary of the game. Fuck yeah.
It'd be the right time to do it.
It'd be perfect. So I hope it happens. I mean, it is obviously just bold wishing, really, but
Yeah, there's really not much to it. I didn't know they did
perfect
work
marketing,
on God of War.
No, neither did I.
That was the biggest surprise to me.
I didn't know that either, and then looked it up and went, oh, cool. But that means they're playing with the big boys.
Yeah. They
did smaller stuff.
When
before.
did Shadow of the Colossus? That was a PS4 game, though, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
It just seems a bit weird that those were the few, because I don't know Bluepoint for God of War. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, that's not the game I would have.
Remastering Uncharted, right?
Or aren't they the ones that made Golden Abyss, right? So I would.
Yeah.
That's what They also, I think, memory serves correct, did do Metal Gear Solid HD Collection.
Yeah, but you can't show that.
No.
When the present is
the
remake of Metal Gear
Or is
Solid.
it just
HD collection
Yeah,
coming to
PS5? Yeah.
A remaster of the HD collection.
That's possibly more likely, but
More likely.
I love my version. Let us know if you think that's possible,
Remaking
guys.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
But then, speaking of gaming, let's jump on to wrapping up 2022 with our favorites of the year.
Did you just play any games?
Yeah, I did actually. Did you have a look at the PlayStation wrap up? Let's share that before we say what our favorite game of the year was. And of course,
I'll have to go through
you
again.
can also throw honorable mentions in all of these categories. So we're going to start with favorite game of 2022, but also let's share our PlayStation do a PlayStation wrap up. This is where these whole wrap up ideas come from as well, like PlayStation and Spotify and Apple and all, to show you like your big highlights of the year. And I think it's really cool looking back on it.
Didn't get one from Microsoft.
No, so yeah, I have no idea what
I think
Xbox
Nintendo did one.
is like, and I don't have any Nintendo consoles. Did you check your Nintendo one? Was there anything?
No,
on?
I don't think I played anything on the Switch.
You play anything?
I did
anything?
I did play a little bit of Plague Tale on the Xbox, and there's probably a few other games I might have jumped into. So
yeah.
Although
I'd have a few on Xbox, so if I could have added that, like I played all of Plague Tale Requiem on Xbox. I didn't play that on PlayStation.
So that's probably 10 hours already.
Yeah, something like that. 10 to 12 hours, maybe. Is it?
Is that all that?
Game. It's not an incredibly long game. No,
I thought it would be a bit longer than that.
Just feels long sometimes.
Yeah.
And just in places, it's like, okay, come on now.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't think I would have played a whole lot that it would add much to my total hours.
Is this a total reverse of? I remember when we did this one year, and I had like the baby rookie numbers, and you guys had you had fucking inhumane hours on yours. But
yeah. I'm pretty sure you just had yours running. Like you weren't playing.
Just
you were
left
just
it on.
just
Just went out for a walk. So is this the reverse of this? Finally,
Yeah.
you had a busy year.
I was hoping that this would have updated because I got a little bit of God of War in
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
So this should be up maybe an extra 5 hours.
Well, feel free to share.
So, according to this, for all of 2022, I played a total of 40 hours.
Adam is announcing that he is leaving the gaming podcast.
40
brother's
hours all
take.
year. That's actually embarrassing.
That's impressive.
How do you feel about that? Well, does it reflect
just-
more on the year of games for you as opposed to, or what, like, you know?
No, I just didn't really. I don't know, because I mean there were games I could have gotten into and played, and
Yeah.
just I don't like just turning it on and playing an hour.
I know you want a big
You
chunk
want
of,
a
make it a
whole
games night.
Yeah, you want a whole evening,
Yeah, I
like
get that.
at least 3. At
Yeah,
least
yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than doing like 20 minutes of something.
Yeah, because it just gets good.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to leave it there, but I
Yeah.
have to.
It was different when it was games like Destiny. That's a game I could have just jumped in and did like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
it's just a very quick match, and it's a kind of a grinding thing. But when it's story related, yeah, you're like,
Well,
I'll just do this
like-
one mission, and you're like, holy fuck, this is really. After turning into something huge, I can't drop it now.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
stop it
but
now.
it'd be like putting on a movie or something. You have to put on a movie and watch 20 minutes and just turn off the movie.
No.
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 Yeah.
So yeah, just a busy year. Holy shit, yeah, 40 hours total.
Yeah,
And
well,
I think
maybe 45 from the 5 hours played more.
Yeah, maybe
Don't
maybe
make excuses for
maybe
him.
50 if we include maybe what the
Some
Xbox
as
is
well.
in there
Yeah,
as well. But that's
maybe.
absolutely maybe.
Does that just make you feel a little bit better?
However, my
Let's call it
PS5
50.
has been turned on and used for
Mm.
a lot more than that, because it basically was a YouTube Netflix machine for the whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah. Coolaboola.
Holy fuck though.
Well, to compare then, still not like incredibly high numbers by what I've seen other people's, but my total playtime on the PlayStation this year, just the PlayStation, was 206 total hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That sounds better for like a year, I think.
Yeah, for a year, for sure. Like 40 hours is like, what, a week?
Yeah, something like that. You had a good solid week of games this year. Yeah. Well done, Adam.
That's a good working
Thank
week
you,
right
thank
there.
you.
Yeah.
But how many games is that?
So
That's one.
Mine that was just the one game. Yeah, no.
Oh, for the 206.
I had 20 games there.
Yeah, mine's
Some of them were like started and not finished, and some of them were like, really finished.
like mine's 5.
That's pretty good.
But like one of them is a 0. Like it must have just turned it on.
You
And
must turn it on and went, I like that loading screen. That is a nice loading screen.
yeah. So, holy shit, yeah.
Wow. So Eric, what was
4 games.
what was your total
really.
hours? Yours are always going to be the most because I don't know. You don't sleep or eat, maybe, or I don't know.
I'm gonna sit there and photosynthesize. This is like the fucking Witcher thing again. 520 hours.
Wow, twice mine. If not
Yeah.
more.
I mean, I've seen higher online.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
some
I've seen it
people
to
have
the
like over
thousands.
900 hours. And
Yeah.
But then some of those people, like, that is what they do for a living. Like, they're not trying to fit it into their spare time. Like,
Yeah,
they
when
actually
you
play
if you're
for a
in
living.
if you're in college and things like that, you get to spend a lot more time gaming
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
But
But it's like I watched Dreamcast Guy every so often. And like, yeah, he had ridiculous hours, but like that's what
Well,
he
that's
does.
his job.
Yeah,
It's his
that's
job.
his job. He
Yeah.
games all the time. Of course, he's gonna have crazy hours like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sometimes you see yours and you go, oh, mine's measly. And it's like, no, actually, you know what? Like on top of everything else I do.
Yeah,
fuck-
but in a
fuck
year
that,
though,
you know?
40 hours in a
Oh, for
year.
you, yeah. Like for you, I have no idea. I don't know what to say. 2023 though is gonna be ridiculous.
That's pathetic. It says here it's 32 total number of days played.
And
Wow.
I can guess what your top game was.
Yeah, I suppose you probably could.
No, I just mean played time. I don't mean like
Oh, yeah.
your favorite game, but like
Yeah.
your most played game this year probably is God of War, is it?
Let's have a look here now. Top 5. Yeah, number 1, God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it says here 29 hours logged. It is higher than that at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Eric, what was your number one? Was it also God of War?
No, surprisingly enough, actually, I think it was Horizon Forbidden West.
Wow, that's really interesting.
I didn't even play that.
I know you're missing out.
Am I?
Yeah, it's a great game.
Oh, okay.
It's a really good game.
Dominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah,
Yeah, but so was the first one though.
yeah, but
Yeah, but they're both great games.
It also didn't win.
yeah, no, yeah, but hey now,
You're a rock
They
star.
always come out.
Horizon.
They do come out at the wrong time, I think, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, 65 hours logged with Horizon Forbidden West.
Wow, did you play the second time as well, or is that just all?
No,
like,
that's
doing all
just
the side
that's
content
just,
and stuff.
That's just the
one
intro.
time.
That's just that was just the beginning. That's
Yeah,
cool.
God of War Ragnarok came in second. Dying Light, the following enhanced edition, came in third.
Wow.
Cyberpunk 2077 fourth, and Death Stranding Director's Cut was my fifth. They're my top 5 games.
Well, I mean, all of those are huge, so that I can make sense that your hours start piling up because all of
Mine
them
are odd.
Give us your top 5 there, in terms of like what the PlayStation has recorded.
Yeah. Number 1, God of War.
Yeah.
Number 2 is COD 4.
What?
I remember you putting in though. You were like, I forgot how fucking good this was, like that, and the nuclear explosion sequence.
Yeah,
and everything,
I went through the campaign again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great campaign.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
I just
But
love
in the
that
year
bit where
that's
you
in
slide.
it. You know they made a new one of them.
I heard
Came out this year.
Yeah, it's one of those old guys though. It's like it's not same though.
It's not same.
Not
It's
like
not
the
same.
not like the original.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get you.
Number 3 was Resident Evil 2.
Oh, the remake.
Yeah, because I no the original.
I don't like the new.
Bootleg the PS Classic. Put it on,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I fished out an old CRT and
I I had the intentions of playing and clearing that. Sure.
you did.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
And then number 4 was Life is Strange.
Oh yeah, True Colors.
True Colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, played that.
And then at number 5, at 0%, because I must have just
Just turned it on,
Turned
so
it
it made
on.
it your top 5.
it made it was like, yeah,
Excellent.
it's better than nothing.
Better
I guess.
than
Yeah, you-
fucking hell, yeah.
it has to be a 5th position.
Yeah.
We were gonna pick one for you if you didn't have one.
Yeah. We need. Look, you needed a 5th.
Yeah.
And what was it?
Alien Isolation.
Ah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I can see why you
that's
didn't
a
play it.
fucking
This is a fucking
weird
scary game.
Weird. Yeah, all of those.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
My
Weird selection.
my top 5 were number 1, God of War Ragnarok.
Okay.
Number 2, Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Number 3, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is fucking solid. Number 4, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Makes sense.
Quite a big game. And number 5, God of War 2018, because I went and did my replay of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those were my top 5. Some of those came out this year.
Well, Call of Duty.
Had one.
The remake of the second one came out this year.
Yes, yeah. But then,
Yeah.
so, okay. Going around then, what was your favorite game of 2022? This is probably going to be really easy and not much of a debate
Alien
this time
Isolation.
around. Obviously, I love it so much. I didn't want to play it, but I just wanted to make sure I made it into my top 5.
Absolutely. It just has to be in there somewhere.
I put it in every year. I stick on the loading screen and go, wow. Yeah, and obviously, feel free to throw out any honorable mentions as well if you're like, yeah, you know, these are contenders for my personal game of the year. But yeah, what was your favorite game this year? Eric, I'm going to come to you first because you love these questions. And it's easy this year,
It
probably.
was super easy this year. It's barely an inconvenience of how easy it is this year. That would be God of War Ragnarok. would
Yeah,
be my
so
favorite.
even though Horizon Forbidden West was your most played game this year,
Yeah, well, that map was huge.
yeah, Ragnarok is actually your
Do you
favorite
for how does the second Horizon stack up to the first one? Because I know you weren't totally keen on the first one.
Well, the first one made me cry, and the second one didn't. So the first one's
Yeah, but the first one that was after.
That was after we talked about it and you went back and played
Yeah,
it.
you
Do you know
you
he's
gave it a couple
recently
of
done
goes.
that now with Spider-Man?
Yeah,
He went
no.
back and played Spider-Man and Miles Morales.
yeah, I cleared both of them in a week. What the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
No, that's me.
So, yeah, no. I mean, Spider-Man. You can.
They're
storm
quite
through that.
digestible.
You can storm through that.
Yeah, that also both of them almost made me cry.
Really.
Those emotional.
So now you like them, huh? So that
I
episode
like
we
them.
did a couple of weeks ago where it's like, I don't know why I don't like these games is now redundant, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I don't like
Because I
it.
actually might be starting the The Witcher,
Excellent.
Oh,
With the
okay.
next gen update.
which wasn't in my, but it is a game that I just
yeah, I haven't been able to get into.
I might just get into Mass Effect because that's now on
That's
PS
free
Plus.
as
as
well.
And the Legendary Edition is just great.
It's very good.
It's really, really great.
Yeah.
So God of War Ragnarok, obviously your favorite game this year.
Yes.
Well, I might as well just. Yeah, it's also my favorite game this year. And Adam, I know you haven't finished it yet. Is it also your favorite game this year?
It is also my favorite game this year.
It's
Out of all of the one games I've played, out of the games that came out this year,
Absolutely.
my favorite.
No, but it is genuinely phenomenal. It's a phenomenal game. We obviously won't do spoilers today, and at some point we will do spoiler
even
discussion in the new year. But
The fact that you two cleared it,
yeah,
I'm almost there. I'm just
You're pretty
meandering. I'm meandering.
You're getting close.
I'm taking my time with it.
yeah, yeah, of course.
How do you use feel it stacks up to the first?
Well, Eric,
close. Well, I think with this one, while there is moments where the story is a bit like it's much longer than the first one for sure.
Yeah.
Way longer. I don't feel it's so. Oh, go back down the mountain. Now go back up the mountain. I don't think it does that as much, but there is moments in it where you'll be like, that seemed like a useless piece of dialogue. You could have cut that out or made that. So, like, there is stuff they could have trimmed off it, but I feel like that's like maybe 10 minutes they could have trimmed off it. So it'd still be a very long game.
yeah,
That's not really answering my question, does it?
I'm really practicing my politician.
I prefer Ragnarok to 2018. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 2018 has a better grounded personal story.
Yes.
I think Ragnarok is a much better gaming experience. It's not holding any of its hands behind its back. It's just fucking going for it. And if you want a Norse mythology game, this one is better than 2018. 2018 is like teasing Norse mythology a little bit. We'll mention characters and things like that. No, it's still doing incredibly well. I think God of War 2018 is fucking incredible. And Ragnarok shouldn't be better, really. Now, I will say this, and as incredible as Ragnarok is, and we'll talk about it some other time, really, in terms of the details. With both games, my favorite moment still comes from 2018.
Yeah,
I don't think they've topped that moment. But that's just me
I'll
personally.
be interested to see what happens when I clear it.
Yeah.
But I think I prefer 2018.
Right,
There's quality of life improvements in the new one. Like my favorite feature. This is going to sound fucking weird. My favorite feature
Yeah.
of Ragnarok is that when you press circle on a chain,
Yes.
it doesn't automatically just start to go down it. He just kicks the chain off.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm like, this is fucking
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not-
Yeah, because that was
Less
really
Saving
than
annoying.
time here.
Less time with yeah.
That was really annoying.
So there's things like that where I think the gameplay overall is obviously a step up,
Mm-hmm.
but I was more interested, I think, in the story of 2018.
Okay.
I get you, yeah.
I feel like a lot of Ragnarok I'm already somewhat familiar with, I guess. So there's certain story beats where I'm just like, well, I know what's going to
Going
happen.
through the motions.
Yeah, I'm just going through it.
Yeah.
But I'm loving the exploration side of it. I'm preferring that,
Yes,
which is
yes.
why it's taken me a long time to clear it, because
Yes.
I'm preferring being able to just go like, oh, what's down here?
I think that's what I mean. Like the gameplay and everything of Ragnarok, I think
Yeah.
I prefer
It's-
to
it's
2018.
Huge.
Massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge.
I think they also do. It could be 2 games though.
Yeah,
I do think
I
that.
agree. I actually think they could have made it a trilogy instead.
Yeah.
Without saying anything, I think towards the end they start rushing in a game where they paced it really slowly and took the time, everywhere else. Where I'm like, you know what? I think Fimbulwinter could have been its own game, and Ragnarok could have been the third one. But I also admire them for just fucking going for it.
Just going for it. Yeah. Just get
But
it.
there is a part of me that's like there's a moment where I'm like, I would have loved the whole game of that.
Right.
I think that's a good third game. Makes sense. But yeah, that's all.
Cool.
But yeah. Before we move on from games, then, any honorable mentions that you want to shout out?
COD 4 is. I think you should,
fantastic.
if you've never played it.
You're not
honestly.
wrong. Honestly, if you've never played Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty 4,
Yeah.
Yes, go play it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I can't remember why I started playing it. There was something came up where I'm just like, it just reminded me of COD 4.
You're watching like Black Hawk Down or something? Or?
No, I wasn't.
Does it have anything to do with the fact that Oppenheimer is coming out next year?
No.
And they have come out and said that they did not use CGI for the explosion.
You gotta love them.
Fuck's sake.
I bet you. What would you have used if you were gonna?
I don't. Me, as in me, as I am with no
Like,
budget.
what do you think? Yeah, what do you think they
Stock
decide?
footage, probably. That's probably what I would use.
It's gonna be that same clip. You know, at the beginning of Road
In fact,
Runner
you gotta
United.
put it into the podcast.
Yeah. Just the building going.
Yeah, that one.
Guinness.
What?
You use Guinness, man. The pouring of Guinness, the way that's fucking like all
Oh, yeah, that could be cool.
that into different some other material probably gives you that explosion
Microwavable popcorn bag. And it goes, it
effect.
expands.
That's it, yeah.
Nice.
You just.
Nice.
But I don't know what reminded me of COD, and I was just like, I'm kind of in the mood for that. And then once I got into it,
Yeah,
That's great.
It's a great time.
Was that the kind of remaster version you were playing?
the one that was on PS4,
Yeah, because I played that outside.
Yeah. It is really, really good,
good.
and it looks great.
I just love the bit where you just slides that gun at the end. And you just
So satisfying.
Fucking Zakayev.
So good. Imran Zakayev. Yeah, great. It's a great game.
Yeah.
What kind of name is Soap anyway? Eric, any honorable mentions for games of 2022?
It's actually a pity for Forbidden West when it came out, because it is a great game. But
it's
it
a
came
really
out,
great game.
Was it 2 weeks
A
before?
week within Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
that's because it's an amazing game.
And the first one was like wasn't it just
It's around the same time as God of War 2018 or something, wasn't it?
no
Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild one that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pity, like.
No, because you remember Breath of the Wild 2 was originally slated for like this year as well, and until obviously got pushed out, and like people are like, not again. Like, you can't put Horizon up against Breath of the Wild 2 again.
Yeah.
Well, now in fairness, it was up against Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok anyway, but yeah. No, it's a great game. Also an honorable mention for me, and A Plague Tale.
Yeah.
Requiem.
Yeah.
Is that good after?
Yeah.
Of all the games I've played this year, and I love Ragnarok. It is the best game I've played this year. It's amazing. A Plague Tale Requiem's ending is my favorite ending to any game I've played this year.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I played a bit of it,
Yeah.
and
No, like it is more of the same. And I
is
kept
more
saying,
the
I was
same.
like, if you don't like the first one, you're not. This one
Yeah.
won't change your mind. You're not going to like it. No, not
There's
a hope.
parts of it of the first one I really like to see,
Yeah.
and I just wanted more of that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the second one's not as harrowing as the first one. I
No.
still prefer the first one as a game. But man, it's just that end act.
Yeah.
That final
The
act
first
is
game
incredible.
is better for setting its tone and visuals and visual storytelling.
Yes.
But yes, the last act of the second
score is
one
good, though.
the score is great.
brilliant.
Problem.
Score's brilliant. The performance is
The last act for the second one is better than the last act for the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed 100%.
Do you think because even just the small bit I've played, when it came to Game Awards Best Score,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it should have gone.
Yeah, I think it deserved it. Now, I will say there's
The score
there's a moment in Ragnarok though where you go, oh, fuck this, actually, the score's unreal.
yeah, but I think just even where I am though,
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's. I felt like it was more of the same, and there's nothing wrong with the score of the first
There's actually
one. but it's
a part in, was it Alfheim? I can't remember. No, it's in Vanaheim when you're just kind of running around, right?
Yeah.
There's a moment there that actually sounds like the Southlands score from Rings of Power.
Oh, that
It's
probably
actually-
is. Yeah.
It's
in fact, it is that.
It is that. Yeah, it's
In fact, he's
Halbrand's.
straight up.
It's Halbrand's tune.
That's what always happens to me when I watch the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, yeah.
Chamber of Secrets, Chamber of Secrets, and Attack of the Clones, Star Wars, have some of the same soundtrack.
Attack the Clones.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
can't unhear.
there's a moment where when Lucius Malfoy is talking,
right.
the music that's playing under him is the same music I think that plays on like Geonosis as Obi-Wan is like spying on Dooku and them. It's the very same music. Like literally the very same. And then there's during the Quidditch match, there's a bit of music as well. That's also from Attack of the Clones. I know it. So I'm like, John Williams, man. What are you doing?
I find that Home Alone and Harry Potter sound
very same. I
it's
rewatched Home
actually-
Alone only recently.
it's the same
and
thing,
I was
actually.
like, this is Harry Potter, right? I didn't know John Williams did it. And I was like, this sounds like Harry Potter. And then I looked up. It is John Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of music,
Mm.
let's move on to our music highlights of 2022. Okay. This could be an album. It could be a song that was
Could be
released.
just one.
It could be just the one. It could be this fucking guy. It could be a concert that you went to. Whatever it is. So your music highlights of the year.
Did we go to a I'm trying to think.
Well, we did.
Oh, you did.
We fucking
You
did.
We did.
That has to be my music highlight of the year.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Would you go again?
Yeah.
We are, baby. We're all going. Hans Zimmer. We went to see Hans Zimmer earlier this year, and it was fun. I've seen him once before, but this time around, because he's done a few more movies, obviously, and a few more big soundtracks. This time I knew everything in the set, whereas the first time some of the set was filled with some of his earlier work that would be lesser known.
Yeah.
And this time it was just fucking incredible. So I can't wait to see him again.
Afro Man from Game Awards. Wasn't he playing there?
Oh, Flute Guy.
Flute guy.
Flute Guy. Yeah, Flute Guy from the Game Awards.
No, I didn't see the Game Awards.
What have you done?
Man, if I can't put a couple 3 hours, if I go to choose between,
Why would I watch the Game Awards?
yeah,
You missed two big highlights from Game Awards. Though.
I think I got the highlights. I didn't see Flute Man.
People were talking about Flute Guy because like he was playing with the orchestra and he's got this big afro and he fucking kills it on the flute, right? But not the skin flute. But no, every time like the camera would like look away for a second. And when it came back, he had a different instrument in his hand. Like it was, honestly, it kept and he was going wild. But I was like, I recognize him, and he plays with Hans Zimmer.
That's excellent.
It's kind of. It was kind of like. You ever watch that video? It's on YouTube, where it probably would be quite a niche video, but it's like some children's party, and there's some girl there singing along this childish song, and all the kids are singing it, and there's this guy dressed as like. Well, it looks like a donut.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah,
tapping
yeah,
at the drums. But halfway through, he just fucking does this big drum solo. He's going mental.
He starts killing it. Yeah. Yeah, he was like that. Like the rest of the Game Awards orchestra were really like calm, and this guy was like a rock star on the flute.
He was loving it.
Fucking loving it.
That was a good highlight of music.
Yeah, but yeah, well, for me it was Hans Zimmer would be the music highlight of the year. But that was obviously not in my like Spotify Wrapped. My Spotify Wrapped looked very different to that.
Mine didn't.
Is yours? Do Apple do the same thing then? Do Apple Music do a Wrapped?
It's probably still the same band though.
Yeah.
So what was yours?
Yeah.
Do you mind
I was trying to like think. It's hard to think back and what came out this year.
Yeah.
Music-wise.
Yeah. Not a lot excited me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my top song this year was from the end of 2022.
Yeah,
Oh.
like I have a lot of.
Yeah,
I have a lot
you will
of.
get that. Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff that would have came out maybe last year that I'm only catching up on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Actually, I think a lot of the top music I was listening to came from last year.
Oh, you want to share any of it?
No,
No.
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
We're gonna be very ambiguous with this.
Yeah. Oh, we'll keep that for next year.
Well, my top songs have all been just from the one album, and that's Ghosts in Pyrrha.
Hey, check out Ghost, guys, if you haven't. They're great. They're great.
Like the first 8 songs here
Yeah.
are from that album.
Wow.
It's pretty much just the album in order, actually. It's you know, and some of them I'm like, I don't really like that song, and it's in my top, but it's just because I just left it.
Yeah, you just left it playing all the time. Yeah.
At number 9 though, like this is where it starts to get really fucking interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like this is not from this year. I just stumbled upon this song, and I don't know what the song is, like what they're saying in
You
it.
should listen to it.
Well, I do listen to it. I listen to
He
it.
has 0% of time listened to.
13 plays.
Okay.
The band is called Rotting Christ.
Nice. Yes. Happy holidays, everyone.
They're a Greek black metal band. So they they sing in Greek.
Yes.
So I have no idea what they're saying. They could be saying anything, and I'm really kind of concerned to look up what
I
they
really
might
like
be
it.
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, it's great not knowing.
Yeah.
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 So that's at number 9.
What did you say they're called? Rotting Christ?
They're called Rotting Christ.
They sound decent.
Lovely guys, stand up guys.
Stand up citizens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I
Yeah,
never
it's
heard
a cool
of them.
song though.
Yeah.
It's such a great. Well, I don't know what you're saying, but
But it sounds great.
yeah,
The
it does.
melody and everything is
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Well, regardless of what the stats and all say, because obviously
Yeah.
things can play on shuffle and things like that, but what was your favorite song this year? Or can you pick it? Like, is there a song that you're like, that was that's the one that resonated the most?
There'll be 2.
You've got 2?
I got 2.
Yeah, tell us.
So one came out at the end of last year, which would be my top song this year.
Sure.
And then the other one came at the end of this year, which would probably be my top song for next year.
Okay.
So the first one would be What Could Have Been.
No, I'm asking you what is. I don't want to know what could have been your favorite song. I want to know what is your favorite song.
Well, What Could Have Been my favorite song.
Yeah.
What
Could have been. What's that from?
It's from Arcane.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's one of the theme songs.
Yes, it's one. Well, it's a song.
Yes, it's just
Yes.
Yes, it's getting it up.
Just put a little pepper on it.
What could have been, which featured Ray Shen, who played the violin.
Okay.
Sting was the singer.
Oh yeah, and they performed it at the Game Awards
They
last year.
performed it at the Game Awards
I
last
remember
year.
that. Yes.
And then the other favorite song would be "Blood in the Snow"
By Hosier
by
and
Hosier and Bear McCreary.
Yeah, it is a very good song.
It's a very good song. They played that
like
at the
it.
Game Awards as well.
I do like it. Adam, what was your favorite song of the year?
It's either going to be. I really liked, which was my number 1 top song this year, was "Call Me Little Sunshine" by Ghost.
Yeah.
I really like that song. Or Anawana by Hailung, which is another song where I don't know.
I don't want to look up what they're saying.
I don't know what they're saying. I don't think you can. I don't even think
Alright.
they know what they're saying.
They probably don't. Yeah.
But have you heard it?
No,
It's great.
It sounded like you were speaking like Navi language to me.
Oh yeah.
Nonsense to me.
It's not in my it's in my top artists that they landed in there, but
What's it called again?
Anawana
Anawana by
Hailung.
Hailung.
Yeah.
Oh, right, the kind of Nordic style people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did they helped with the reveal of Hellblade 2.
Yes,
The
Yeah.
song was used for that.
they did the song Naruto.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is quite similar to that, where it's a bit more easy listening, very atmospheric, quite short, because a lot of their stuff tends to be very long.
Mhm.
You know, they give Tool a run for their money.
Right.
But this is like this, short enough that it could be a radio play.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a great song.
Did you ever keep Chip?
Sounds cool. My most played song on Spotify, which I was actually surprised at. I do like the song, but I didn't realize it was the most played, so I do have a feeling that has to do with like the shuffle system and that, is called Killing Time by Papa Roach. It was on their newest album, Ego Trip, and it's a very throwback, like early 2000s rap rock type song, and it sounds very Linkin Parky, so it's like right up my alley. But my favorite song this year is a song called Artificial Suicide by Bad Omens, and that song fucking slaps. It's great. It's got like Korn influence in there, and Slipknot, and Bring Me the Horizon, and it's all wrapped up in one.
We're really a cheery bunch, aren't we? We got Rotting Corpse over there.
Well, I reckon Rotting Christ. Eric.
Sorry, Writing Christ.
Get it right.
A song that's quite depressing, honestly, if you listen to it. What could have been is pretty depressing to listen to. And then yours was
Artificial Suicide.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
make you happy. It's a great song. It's a good time. Throw it on. It's heavy as fuck. I love it. It's really good. But it's got melody. It's got a really nice melody too. And that album, Bad Omens, it was probably my favorite album this year as well. The Death of Peace of Mind. Again, cheery as fuck.
Yeah,
there's
it's a bit weird.
There's some great songs on
You
that.
wouldn't really be metal though if you're singing about happy shit, though, are you?
No, although there is a great song called Happy Song by Bring Me the Horizon.
doesn't Kill Switch Engage sometimes sing?
I fucking love. Me and
No,
a friend of
no,
mine
they don't.
were talking about like There's some kill switch, but then like Parkway Drive are a big one for this, where it's like motivational metal.
Yeah, it's motivational.
I fucking love it. And like we were kind of, you know,
yourself
I
up,
actually
man.
do love it, but we were taking the piss out of it as well, where it's like, you know, reach in and help yourself. It's so fucking funny. Like these like motivate, like it could be on a cat poster, you know.
Yeah.
But they turn it into like the most badass fucking metal song. I love it. But
That's
yeah.
nice.
Okay. So moving on from music, then.
Okay.
This year, like we don't normally talk about TV shows much, and yet this year we talked about TV shows quite a bit. Actually, there was actually a lot of TV shows on our radar. But is this even a question? What was your favorite TV show of the year? And before you want to say your favorite one, have you any honorable mentions for favorite TV shows this year?
Like music, Jesus, there's so much. I have to try and remember what was this year.
You watched a lot of shows this year, though, as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good few. And all of them were ones from this year either. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I know my favorite.
Yeah, I know your favorite.
Yeah,
I know my favorite.
but thinking of honorable
very confused.
mentions, I'm kind of enjoying Wednesday at the moment.
It's very good.
Oh yeah.
It's fun, but
I can't get into
I
it.
don't know. It kind of reminds me of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
very like
I get that vibe. Yeah.
and a little bit of Harry Potter.
Yes, very much so.
And I just, it's not like great, like it's not amazing.
No,
But
no.
I just.
She's
enjoy-
very good though.
Yeah, I enjoy the. Yeah, it's like there's stuff in there where like if you just missed it, you know, like you just catch it. It's actually quite funny. The stuff that she's saying in it.
Yes, yeah.
But it's a bit weird show.
Yeah, very strange. Yeah, a lot of mixed vibes going on.
But I can't remember. Like I'm trying to think. Was Severance this year?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's an honorable mention.
It either started this year
Yeah, I'm
or
trying-
ended
yeah.
early this year. Maybe it started like
I feel like it was a last year's show.
maybe. Well, if either way, fucking honorable mention
Great
Severance.
show.
Watch Severance. It's so good. I can't wait for season 2.
Yeah.
That would be my second favorite show
Yeah.
that I've seen this year, easily.
Yeah.
Easily over, you know, Andor, Obi-Wan, The Boys, fucking Rings of Power, over any of those. Severance.
Severance is great.
It's great.
Takes a while to get in though.
Not when you've got COVID, baby.
That's true.
You
That's true.
binge that shit.
Yeah.
Eric, any honorable mentions before we get to the favorite of the year? Now I'm starting to worry that you don't have the same favorite. I'm surprised.
I'm worried too.
Well, you know, another music highlight this year was Running Up That Hill, getting absolutely boosted up to fuck.
Oh yeah, see, I'm forgetting what came out this year.
Yeah. It's been a long year.
Yeah, it has.
There's been a lot of stuff this year.
There has.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it one time.
The
Boys. I really liked The Boys season 3.
Yeah, it was a good season.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
what I'm
good
saying.
season.
Like, it's not a bad season. I was just saying.
No, and that again is another highlight of when Amazon Prime is making a TV show. Like, it's a good quality show, whether you like it or not. Like, it is.
Yeah, the quality of the
quality of when
show
they
is
make a
good.
show
Yeah,
is
strong.
and even the quality of some of the movies they make was actually really strong.
Yeah,
as well.
no, Amazon Prime are killing it. To be
Yeah,
honest.
it's really good.
Got some great stuff.
Honorable mentions. Did Legend of Vox Machina come out this year? Or was that last year?
I don't know. But that's okay. You want to leave it there?
Yeah, I'll
The
leave
Boys
it there.
season 3 is your
Yeah,
honorable
yeah,
mention?
I'll leave it with the boys because I can't
Okay,
remember.
well, maybe it wasn't your number one then, but my number one was easily Stranger Things season 4, which was my favorite thing this year. Actually, if we're going to go to any category,
I think that was better than
everything I've seen this year.
Yeah, I think. I'm trying to think what movies came out this year, but it was definitely better than every movie ever.
Every single one. Yeah, no, definitely. No, yeah, 100%. I mean, that fucking Dear Billy episode.
It's so good.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the only moment where I got up out of my couch and started walking around going, holy fuck, that was amazing. You know, like I got that kind of
Watch
giddy
it again.
excitement.
Watch it
yeah,
again.
yeah, watch
Yeah.
it again. Except that I wanted to keep watching and watch more as well. But yeah, just, you know, incredible.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for season 5. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Are you looking forward to it ending, or are you very upset that it's going to end?
A little bit of both, but I do like that they're committing to an ending. I would hate it would be such a tragedy for a show like Stranger Things to fizzle out.
Yeah.
Stranger Things deserves a grand finale.
Yeah.
And I love that they're, you know, like for me, season 3 was the one that started to feel like, oh, this could drag.
Yep.
Not that it was a bad season by any stretch, but like it's like, oh, how many of these are they going to do, and where are they going with it? It doesn't feel like they're progressing much. So with season 4, they just kicked everything in the ass and like started really gearing towards.
Plus 20 years from now, they're going to end up like reviving it with an older Will.
Yeah, probably. But Stranger Things season 4, unbelievable.
Yeah, that was. It's just very hard to remember what came out this year with the amount of stuff that came out this year, but that was pretty good.
A good tip, if you're ever wondering, and especially in terms of what was on our radar, is you go on to our podcast and you just scroll. You go, oh yeah, we covered that and that and that.
We didn't cover many. I don't think, we covered more TV shows this year than we ever did, but it's not many.
No, but more than we ever do.
Yeah.
The
whole of one.
No.
We talked about
Rings of Power as well.
Rings of Power.
Yeah, we talked about 2 of them. What's it like?
There was definitely an episode where we talked about Severance and The Boys and Ted Lasso, I think, as well. Like we were just doing like show recommendations. And
yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think that was at the beginning of the year, wasn't it?
I think earlier on. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So then moving into the movie sphere.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm kind of wondering. Yeah, it's like, are you picking your favorite out of a bad lot, or is there one that you really liked, but do you have a favorite movie this year? And bearing in mind, we saw Avatar: The Way of Water just last night at time of recording. We all went to see it.
That wouldn't be there.
It's not there for me. No, it wouldn't be my favorite movie this year.
I mean, if
I
we're
did
talking
think
about
going in that it would have been a contender,
Right.
but it's not even getting the honorable mention for me. I have a different movie getting the honorable mention, and another movie is my favorite movie of the year.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if we were talking about like favorite visual effects of a movie,
it's visually outstanding, but then was there any doubt about that either?
No. But I did say to Adam, I think
what movies came out in 2022, man.
You googling.
I think
I didn't get around to seeing much.
Said to Adam at the end of it, if he just made like a nature documentary of Pandora with David Attenborough narrating,
I'd love that.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
I'd love that.
So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It'll be sick.
Movies. Honorable mention for probably the worst movie I watched this year would be
that would be a dishonorable mention, wouldn't it?
Yeah, actually.
Are you wanting to do a dishonorable mention?
Yeah, I'll do this on. Well, Adam is looking up stuff. We'll just start rattling on some shite. Doctor Strange: The Multiverse Madness.
Yeah, we did a whole episode on that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Really didn't like it.
Oh, it was.
Really didn't
I came
like
out of that movie and went. I think I said it before when we talked about it. I'll say it again. Came out and went. I don't ever want to see a Marvel movie in cinema again. And so far, while there was like 3 or 4 others that came out this year in cinema.
Yeah, well, there was Thor, Love and Thunder, and then there was Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I actually wanted to see that, but I was so busy when it came out that I feel like I missed the buzz train of it.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, you know what? It'll be on Disney Plus in like a month or 2. I'll watch it then. But that is actually, I would like to see
That's
that
one
movie.
that probably definitely, I'd say that would be good. I'd say that would be really good.
Yeah, I think that has the strongest potential of the ones that came out of being actually a good movie. I'm gonna try it. My honorable mention is Prey. I fucking loved Prey. It should have been in cinemas. It's so fun. It flew by. Really well made. So Prey is my honorable mention. But my favorite movie this year is The Batman. It is too long. It does have a third act that doesn't totally work. But for the most part, I fucking loved it. The detective noir thriller of it, the way it was made, the kind of genre that they were going into, and their depiction of Selena Kyle and of Carmine Falcone, unbelievable. And the whole Zodiac Riddler thing. So The Batman has to be my movie.
It's
of
a
the
really
year.
comic accurate Gotham as well.
Yeah, it's great. But and even just like that one little montage at the beginning is one of the best Batman movies fucking ever. Which is just
the minute he started talking to himself like Rorschach, I'm like, I'm fucking in.
And the rain.
Not enough comic book movies have inner dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're doing a noir, it makes sense because
Yeah.
that is the genre. But just the criminals looking at the shadows, and it's like, I'm not in the shadows, I am the shadows, and they're like fucking just shitting themselves and running away from it. He's not even there.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what happens when the light comes on. Like, that is brilliant. So, that easily my movie of the year.
I'm the other way around.
Okay.
Batman's my honorable mention, and Prey is my favorite movie this year.
Ah, sick.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Because
Yeah.
I just think back to like if I'm gonna sit down and rewatch one,
Right.
I'm absolutely putting on Prey.
Yeah. Man, like it was like a Mortal Kombat movie. in some regards, like the Predator was like.
But
fatalitying the
that
shit
is
out of
like
people.
that's how you do, like, if you're wanting to reboot something or call back to something, a sequel, whatever the case may be, that's how you recapture magic while doing something new and fresh.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and check out. Yeah, we did
Cameron.
for both those movies. We did full episodes on both, so you can
We
go
did,
back.
but they
and check
were-
them out
they
to
were-
go more in depth. But
But, like, I'm blown away by the fact that a lot of that Predator stuff is prosthetics.
yeah, he looked great.
Yeah, it was
Like, that's incredible. Yeah, and Batman was awesome. It's pretty good.
So it's your turn now, Eric.
Ah,
Now that we've reminded you, but
fuck.
they've obviously not made much of an impact on you though, because you
well,
know,
it
if you-
seems like nothing's been an impact. I
Yeah.
can't even remember TV shows.
yeah.
yeah.
No, but like you know, if you come out of a year and something really, you know, like you
Wasn't like last year with Bond, like.
yeah, or Snyder Cut,
Oh, Snyder Cut,
yeah, or like you know, like the year Infinity War came out, and it was just like. That was fucking and Joker and 1917.
Yeah,
like those movies stuck with you. You know, they were incredible. And I think I suppose like a lot of people will forget about Prey because it didn't go to cinema, and a lot of people will not forget about the Batman, but it won't automatically jump out at them because it was so early in the year that they're thinking about like this latter half now. Like Avatar's on their mind, Wakanda Forever's on their mind, that kind of stuff. That they're like, oh yeah, the Batman was this year, wasn't it? It wasn't last year. You know,
It's also not talked about as much as well, because a lot of the like I almost thought that that Spider-Man movie came out this year because people are still fucking talking about it.
That's right. Yeah.
You know?
And it was last Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we spoke about it earlier this year, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we came back
Yeah.
and The Matrix.
Oh.
Why'd you got to bring down the mood?
Was that early this year or
No, it was last. It was last
Oh,
Christmas.
It was Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
that was the Krampus of Christmas. Like, he just took the gifts away.
Yes, it was. Sorry,
it would be Batman.
Yeah.
Just because it's bringing us back to kind of like there's a superhero movie that's treating the world seriously
Yep.
and not like and is made with like love and passion, is not being like rushed out the window.
I think Falcone is probably my favorite character in that film, though, and I'm kind of good that he's
Yeah.
may not be in the sequel.
But isn't that such a lovely surprise? Because, like, when he was announced as the casting, it was like, why?
Yeah, by him.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's amazing in Severance.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's so good in that. Him and
everyone's good in
and
Severance.
Christopher Walken, brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant in that. Yeah, you need to watch it. Honestly, you're missing out. You need to watch
I
Severance.
think it would just disturb me.
It will.
Oh, absolutely.
And you'll be,
because
like,
you'll go
yeah.
into work then.
Yeah. I'll fucking
On your computer. doing
Yes, absolutely. And you'll be like, what does any of this mean?
What am I doing here?
What am I doing here?
What's down that hallway?
Did I go home? Yeah. So that's really fucking cool. Okay, I suppose as we're winding up towards the end of the episode, the end of the year, I want to throw this question out here. And I don't know how it's going to go for Eric because he can't fucking remember anything.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, did you have a favorite topic this year
That we discussed?
on our own podcast? Yeah, like whether you can think back to like an episode you like, or like a topic that took place over a few episodes, or just like was there a highlight in terms of a discussion for you this year?
every time we never mentioned the word favorite. It was fantastic.
I love those ones. Do you know that in the years that have we been doing this 2 years now? 3 years now? Is this our third year doing this?
I think it's the third one.
Third
yeah.
year, right?
Yeah.
This year was the least amount of Skyrim mentioned. Skyrim, we're sorry. Sorry. So Skyrim,
sorry.
Skyrim. If you're still playing the drinking game, Skyrim.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
do enjoy
did you
that,
have
though.
a favorite?
I do enjoy when we
talk about Skyrim?
when we mention Skyrim. Yeah.
Do you enjoy that, do you?
I do.
Possibly because Skyrim is one of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, did you have a favorite podcast topic this year?
I think the difference between remakes and remasters was interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. I didn't know you were going to say that, but that's.
Neither did I.
I'm actually impressed. I'm impressed you remembered that.
I remember that because it popped up one time and we talked about it. It was great.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't remember why we were talking about it.
Oh, it was.
Well, it
Well,
was
it was the
because
whole
of-
debate about The Last of Us.
Yeah, it was The Last of
wasn't
Us.
it?
I was
Part
thinking that, but
one
then I was
and-
thinking, did we also talk about that the first time they mentioned The Last of Us? Then I was like, did we talk about that twice? I think we did.
We talked about The Last of Us a bunch of times, which is a new show coming in January, and
There is, yeah.
I don't know how we're going to watch it, but
Nah,
I actually can't wait to watch it because that new trailer.
I haven't seen it. I don't watch trailers.
I won't
Don't
tell
do
you
it.
anything.
I don't
It's a
do it.
great trailer.
It is very good trailer.
It's really good.
Good quality.
How can you not watch trailers? I guess
I
so.
just
I
don't
can't
like.
help
Well,
it.
it depends. Like if I,
Like, do you remember the Stranger Things trailer? Was the best thing that ever happened ever.
It was. Yes. But that's like
Imagine you missed that.
no. Like if it's something like I'll watch like let's say Rings of Power 2 trailer, right?
Right,
Because
right,
I'm
right.
familiar. Like I'm in it. What are you going to spoil on me exactly?
But do you not feel like The Last of Us is the same? Like you
no,
played
I
that
kind of
game, right?
I would prefer to just watch it and be like to see what they're going to bring up. It's similar to like I really
Okay.
hate like when watching Wednesday, right?
Mhm.
At the end of episode 1, it gave you a highlight of what's coming up next.
Oh, I don't
hate
know why
that
they
shit,
do that.
Which is essentially a trailer. That's what a trailer does.
Yes.
It tells you what's
Yeah.
going to happen in the entire show.
Yes.
No thanks.
Yeah, I don't get it why they would do that in term, especially on Netflix where it's already going next episode is about to play. Like, you know. Yeah, that's strange. But
So if I'm like I'm already going to watch it. You don't have to convince me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I won't watch the trailer. I'll just watch it.
I get you. Well, did you have a favorite podcast topic this year? For
It's
the Brothers
probably
Take?
the ranking of the Bond movies,
Yeah. It's something you wanted to do.
which is
and-
crazy. Like that took the
cool.
whole year to get going.
Well, yeah, I suppose because that's on me really because at the beginning of the year you were already doing it and I was like I should do that sometime, but then I didn't for so long until we did like a celebration of the 60 years of Bond, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I should do the ranking that I said I was going to do, and then I went and did it, and that was fun. It was really enjoyable, especially like
It was surprising.
it was, especially with certain movies. And
Yeah.
and again, you can check out that episode on the podcast. You can also check out my favorite topic of the year, which will forever be my favorite topic until it's been completed. And I was talking about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is our most viewed episode on YouTube.
Makes sense.
Our highest viewed video is actually the Quarry, the Quarry movie mode.
Oh,
I uploaded it when I had COVID.
Oh, yeah.
I just went, yeah, fuck it, I'll just upload this, and it has 84,000 views.
wow.
And all it is just
The game.
the game playing
Yeah,
out. And, so for people who weren't able to play the
That's
game
telling
or
us a
didn't
lot,
want
I
to play the
think.
game, they can go, it is.
Yeah,
Maybe we should just
shut
shut
up
the
and-
fuck up and throw some games up. But Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, our theories and discussions around that is actually our most viewed episode. So that was, I had COVID at the time, but I just fucking loved talking about the theories and speculating. Now that we know it's a trilogy where it's going to end, that's easily my most anticipated game in the future ever, no matter what year it's coming out. If it is
Yeah.
coming out next year, and I hope it is, but if it falls into the following year, great. And because that was all wrapped up in the Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary, which was this year, I also loved bringing our friend Dara on, and we did a video, which you should also check out, where she'd never played Final Fantasy VII before, and at some point in the year, I always wanted to do something to mark the Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary. So I got her in to play the bombing run of the original, and then straight afterwards, the bombing run of the remake.
Yeah.
And just seeing it through like her eyes, and then she was obviously able to ask me questions and things about it, you know. But it was just, that was so fucking fun to do, and just to see someone else and their take on literally seeing the moments like right beside each other, basically. That was fucking cool. So do check that out, and while you're there on YouTube, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell for all future content. Not only for when we come back in the new year, but you never know, there might be a couple little bonuses, a couple little surprises on the way. But this is our last official episode for 2022. We wanted to get together. We wanted to make it kind of festive
Cry.
and celebrate. Don't cry, Eric. It's okay. And we'd love to hear from you guys. We'd love to hear your highlights of 2022. Your 2022 wrapped up. What were your favorite games? What were your favorite songs? What were your favorite movies? Favorite TV shows? Let us know. And if you had any favorite podcasts actually out there as well, or anything you'd like to recommend, do let us know. So if you watch this YouTube, jump down in the comments to share your thoughts. And as always, if you enjoyed this discussion, why not give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell for all future content. To those of you who are listening on audio platforms, you can also touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Brothers Take, again, to give your take on 2022. But without further ado, we would like to wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you're going to celebrate, and a very, very happy New Year. We will see you then. Bye-bye.